Hey, good evening, fam. Hey, it's your brother G Hightower, along with my awesome brother, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. Welcome to Real Talk Sports, where we're chopping it up tonight, talking about all things sports and going on in this great nation of ours. We first and foremost, since I am native Los Angeles, native Angelino, we gotta shout out my world champion Los Angeles Dodgers as back-to-back World Series champs. Yes, sir. Woo! Man, I'm so excited about that, Doc. Man, I'm telling you, this was the most exciting World Series that I've
Yeah,
seen. And
yeah,
I'm not just blowing smoke just because it's my Dodgers. You know, man, I mean, it's the most exciting World Series that I've ever seen. And even pros like A-Rod, Derek Jeter, and Big Poppy, they've been saying the same thing. Like this was one of the most, if not the most exciting World Series ever. Did you watch any of the games?
yeah. I watched the game seven, and then I saw a little bit of the game. I think it was a game. Was a game? It might have been game six,
Game six,
but
both Toronto.
no. Which one? Yeah, that I think that because that's not the one that went 12. That went 18 innings, was it? That's not
18
the one that went.
innings. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't see that one. That's the one I didn't see. But
You
they
didn't see
virtually
that
played. They played two games. They did two games in one night. I was like, oh my goodness. But the
game three in LA was the 18
okay,
inning game.
18
Yeah.
game, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
That was
and so
game three.
the game seven, I was like, all right, well, I'm like, and I thought the Dodgers I thought they were done. I was like, they were down I think it was 5-3. And
Yeah.
then the dude hit the homer. I was like, oh, I gotta finish watching this. I said, cause something about to happen. I said,
It was
cause
crazy.
they got
No, it was actually, Doc, it was 4-2. We were down
was it
4-2.
42? Okay, okay.
Yeah, 4-2. And I was like, oh man. But I mean, the fact that we got to game seven, I was cool. When we lost game four, no, when
Uh-huh.
we lost game five,
Uh-huh.
now Toronto was up 3-2. So that means we got to get
Right.
two in Toronto. The
Two,
last two games, game six and seven, we had to get it
seven.
in Toronto. And bruh, I was like, oh my God, Toronto's about to get us in six. I really did. I didn't give up hope, but I just thought that we didn't play well at home,
Okay.
right? We didn't play well at home in game five. We lost that game. Toronto got that. So now they're up 3-2. We got to get the last two games in Toronto. I'm like, oh
In
my God,
Toronto.
we in
Yeah.
trouble. Our bullpen was weak. You know what I mean? And the cat who was the ultimate MVP, Yamamoto, he had already pitched like almost a full game the night before. And then Dave Roberts was like, yo, bro, I'm gonna need you again to come out for game seven. Man, that was absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
It was absolutely
Yeah.
incredible. When we won game three, I was super excited. When we won that 18 inning game, man, I
Uh-huh.
was super excited. And Freddie, once again, Freddie has done it again. Freddie
Mhm.
Freeman, man, when he hit that game, when he hit that home run, I was like, oh my God. I said, we going back to back. But then game four came, and then when we lost game five, I was like, oh my God, we got to go an uphill battle. Shohei Ohtani, with his awesome self, he wasn't having a good series.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He didn't really have, but he did hit a home run, though. He did hit a home
Yeah.
run. But what brought us through, I mean, bro, I need you to understand this, Dr. Leroy, that Miguel uh, uh, Rojas, they call him Miggy had not hit. He had not hit at all since October 3rd. A
Oh
whole
wow.
month, this brother ain't had no hits. So Dave Roberts pulled him out the lineup. He was on the
Uh-huh.
bench. Play. His wife said to him before game seven, she says, honey, you're gonna hit a home run in game seven. He said, babe, what are you talking about? I haven't even played the last game or two. She's
I
like, honey,
read that. Yeah.
you gonna hit a home run in the World Series. Dave Roberts had this guy on the bench, Dr. Leroy, and he pulls up, puts Miggy in the game. Miggy steps up, bah, and hit a home run. Man, It was just all she wrote after that. It was just all she wrote. Will Smith hit a home run. First time he ever hit a walk-off home run in his life.
Wow.
Ever. So, man, I mean, it was just awesome. It was just a phenomenal series. So shout out to the LA Dodgers. Shout out to the city of LA. They had a beautiful parade. And
Oh, okay.
it was just beautiful, man. So I miss being back home in the great city of Los Angeles. All
Yeah,
right,
you
man.
know that you know it was a party town up.
Oh, heck yeah. They still party. Okay, man. So
Right.
we got to talk about your Baltimore Ravens, Dr. Leroy. Bro, I'm glad Lamar is back. They had a great game last week. But, bro, the Ravens are sitting at 3-5. Doc, are y'all going to make it to the playoffs?
Well, here's the thing, and I was telling my buddy this because he was Susie, what do you call it? Doubting whatever.
Thomas.
Yeah, not even doubting Thomas. What's the one? I forgot what they use a female's name, but I forgot. Whatever it is. But I was like, dude, I said, look at this. I said, here's the thing. The Ravens still have the chance to win the division. Win the division. Pittsburgh is at 5-3. They haven't played us or the Bengals yet.
Y'all got two games against the Steelers.
2 games against the Steelers, 2 games against the Bengals. That's 4 games right there.
Wait, bro. So you're guaranteeing that y'all gonna win all 4 of those games, both against the Bengals and both against the Steelers?
I'm not guaranteeing.
I'll give y'all 2 against the
But
Bengals.
You're not hearing me.
Burrow is out.
That's 4 games that we have to play against each of them.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is Pittsburgh still hasn't gotten into the meat of the tough part of their schedule.
Right.
Pittsburgh always does this. They start strong and everything like that. They don't have the personnel in order to be able to stay at the top of the division. The Ravens do. The Ravens have a doable schedule. We play the Vikings this weekend, which we should win. We got to play the Bengals.
Y'all playing in Minnesota, though, Doc. Y'all playing in Minnesota.
No, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Minnesota by no means is a cakewalk because they just beat the brakes off of the Lions, and the Lions beat the brakes off of us.
Listen, and JJ McCarthy is out there. That boy out there tossing that ball.
Yeah, so you got a lot of dudes. We had a lot of guys over the past the weeks before that were injured. So that didn't help, even though before then we were still not playing well on defense. The defense now hopefully is getting into their groove. They're kind of getting their wheels, so to speak. And they played a lot better in the last couple games, even though it's been Miami and I forgot who was before that. And now that they've gotten some of the key defensive players back, they have the right focus because Lamar done took all of the games out of the place. He was like, nah, y'all ain't playing no PS5. Y'all ain't playing none of that. It's time to be focused. We need to be
ping pong table up out of there.
Right. All of
the ping pong table out the locker room, took the pool table out the locker room, all of that stuff. Like, yeah, y'all playing too comfortable. Y'all got too much luxury going on up in here.
Yeah. So if they go, they can go, I think 11-6, 10-7, and still win the division. That leaves 2 games to kind of really, kind of play with. It's still, like I said, the division is still doable.
Doc, so y'all are currently, you guys are 3-5. Okay.
Correct.
So that means you're saying out of the 9 games remaining, y'all gonna win 8 out of the last 9 games that y'all have to play?
Or at least 7.
That's extremely ambitious, bro.
That's 7 out of the 9. But this is what I'm telling you. That's what they have to do.
Okay.
In order to be able to get in the playoffs. That's how they got to see it, 1 game at a time. Just win the next game. That's all you worry about.
It's doable. Listen, I saw the Ravens creep into the Super Bowl in the last year they went to the Super Bowl against the 49ers when Ray Lewis retired. I saw them go and they had lost the last 3 games of the season,
They barely got into the playoffs.
and they crept
Right.
like low as a snake crawling on the ground. They slithered into the Super Bowl. They went through
And
the
Flack and
playoffs. That defense showed up, even though Ray Lewis was out, had that pectoral injury, and they crept on into the Super Bowl. Man, that was an incredible run. For
well,
those of
it
you that
was
just
an
coming in,
incredible run, but
let me go.
Joe Flacco went on a incredible playoff run.
He sure
That's
did.
what it was.
He sure did. He sure did. But now I got issue with Joe Flacco for that Super Bowl MVP. Jacoby should have won that Super Bowl
Yeah,
MVP.
I agree with you. Absolutely.
102-yard return, and he had a touchdown. And that bomb touchdown that he threw, Joe Flacco underthrew it.
Yeah.
Jacoby had to run back to get that ball and then take it into the end zone. So we had 2 touchdowns. He should have been MVP. But
Yeah, he
anyway,
should have been MVP. But you know how they do. They want to give it to the quarterback. You know, they
always.
want to give it to the
Listen, for
quarterback.
those of y'all that are just tuning in, welcome to Real Talk Sports with my brother, Dr. Leroy McKenzie Jr. I am your co-host, G. Hightower. Listen, we're chopping it up on all things sports. So if you love sports like we do, this is the show for you. All right. So we getting it in here tonight. And listen, injury update. Man, I'm telling you, I was hot as fish grease on a summer day in Texas when Jaden Daniels got injured. Quarterback of the Washington Commanders got injured in that game, and it was a blowout game. They were losing the game, cotton picking. They were down 5 scores with over 7 minutes left to play. They would have had to score 4 touchdowns and a field goal just to tie the game.
Yeah.
With 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. There was no way they were going to come back and win this game. No way. The coach has to pull his franchise quarterback out the game. Doc, when I played Pop Warner, when I played high school football, if the game was a blowout, coach pulled the starters out the game because you don't want your starters to get hurt. How much more when you got this kid who took your team to the NFC division game last year, right? Division championship, and is the future of the franchise, and you got him in the game, and this kid gets hurt. But injury update, let me give the injury update, Doc. They said that Jaden Daniels, he suffered a dislocated elbow, okay? But an MRI revealed that there was no ligament damage, and the Commanders said that it doesn't require surgery, and they're not going to put him on IR. All right. For those of y'all that don't know, IR is injured reserve, which means if they put him on injured reserve, like basically his season is done and they're not going to make it to the playoffs. I don't think they're going to make it to the playoffs anyway, Doc. But the good thing is that Jaden, they're going to reevaluate him after week 12 and see if he can come back to kind of salvage the season. So tell me your thoughts on that, man. Coach Dan Quinn. What I love about Dan Quinn, because he's the former defensive coordinator for the Dallas Cowboys before he got the job at Washington Commanders. He's a great coach. He's well respected all around the NFL. But I felt some kind of way that he had my guy, my young boy in there with 7 minutes left to play, and there was no way they were going to win the game. Doc, share your thoughts.
Well, if they're not putting him on injured reserve, what is he going on there?
Well, they're gonna reevaluate the injury in week 12, which I guess that's their bye week.
But that's what I'm saying. For right now, he's not playing.
Right.
So if he's not on injury reserve, what is he on?
Well, he's just hurt. He's just hurt, and they're gonna have him in recovery mode. So he's going to treatment. He's getting treatments. I'm sure he's in that, that bio chamber, that T.O. did, when he recovered from that broken leg and played in the Super Bowl. I'm sure he's sleeping in that, a la Michael Jackson style, whatever he can do.
No, but he has to have you're not hearing me. He has to have a status. He's not playing. Is it something like the is it the DNP, do not play? It's like something else. And I just can't think of the name right now, because if he's not on injury reserve, he's not able to play because he's injured. So he has to be classified as something.
So right now, again, they're going to reevaluate him week 12, which is their bye week. And right now, they're saying that the bottom line for Jaden Daniels is that he remains a key part of the future. They're going to reevaluate his injury, and he is scheduled for a full return. So I guess week 13, they're going to bring him back if he doesn't have a lingering pain.
What week are we in now?
Right now, we are in week 9.
So from week 9 to week 13.
Yep, 4 weeks.
What is he?
Brother's just out with an injury. I don't know the status. I mean, it really doesn't matter, Doc. The bottom line is they're not going to win the division. Okay. The Eagles are going to win the division. That's bottom line. All right. And it's if the Cowboys have, any kind of resurgence, they'll probably get that second or third spot for the playoffs. But the Commanders, they're pretty much done. But the bottom line is, I'm glad that he doesn't have to have surgery, and thank God for that. So that's cool. All right.
Yeah, because I'm a fan of him. I'm a big fan of him because I think he's a great young player, and I think he's from. And is he from California?
Yes, sir. Of course he is. Yeah, California produces Hall of Fame quarterbacks. You didn't know? Tom Brady, John Elway.
I'm smiling because he got that young basketball player Juju. I'm like Juju. What's the name? Juju Watson.
I saw him. I think they were at a basketball game together. I didn't know if they were officially dating or not.
No, dude. She was at, and I don't know if you saw this. She was at one of the Commanders games, hiding in the cut, and they did this handshake. I was like, yeah, they both love seeing each other. I was like, yeah, they trying to keep that on the low.
Okay.
Well, listen. Speaking of they did, and I think it's a great thing. I absolutely love it. I think they're two phenomenal athletes. Yes. I think that moms need to go sit down somewhere, like my grandmother used to say, go sit down somewhere and get out the way.
His mother, let me tell you, Leroy, his mom is saved to the bone. She's saved in Holy Ghost field, and she is playing about her son. Yeah, Jaden is saved too. She is not playing about her son.
Bruh, he 24.
Listen, she is not trying to get caught. She is not trying to see her son get caught up. Listen, Lamar's mother is just as protective. You just don't see her as much.
You don't hear Lamar's mother nowhere saying nothing.
Well, you don't see her, but bro, who negotiated that $300 million contract that Lamar got?
He did. Moms. No, she didn't. She's not an agent. Part of that? She's not an agent. She could not be in the room with him.
She was not a part of that whole transaction. I heard, now if I got the information wrong, please excuse me, I stand corrected, but I heard that Lamar's mom was very much involved in that big, huge contract that the brother got.
No, bruh, it was he can't, she's not an agent. So she can't do anything like that. Now he gave her the money that he would have given the agent, and he can go outside of that. Hey ma, what do you think about this? But she doesn't know any of the legal language and be able to look at the contract and know any of that stuff. So she doesn't know that. They do have they did say that their union, they have attorneys that guided him, and I'm sure that those three had conversations about the contract, what this means, what that means. She was an integral part of that and everything like that. But as far as being in the room, she couldn't go in the room at all.
Okay,
it was Lamar.
I wasn't aware of that. Wow, that's deep. Well, listen, let's we got some Philadelphia Eagle fans. We got my beautiful sister Bishop Joyce Lewis. Shout out to her and her husband David. They are Eagles fans. So let's talk about these Eagles. What do you think, Doc? Are the Eagles set to repeat as world champs?
I don't know if they'll repeat, because in that NFC, honestly, I think the Lions are playing good football. even though they
Man,
lost to
the
the
Lions
Vikings.
just got the brakes beat off of them last week. What are you talking about?
Bro, you gotta look at you see y'all.
The Lions
I don't
became
know. I
Cubbies
don't know
last
what I
week.
don't know what y'all look at
They
because
turned they
you
turned
know
the
what
Lions from Mufasa into Simba.
y'all don't understand football. They were
Detroit,
playing the
what up though?
no, they were playing the Minnesota Vikings, which is a division team.
Yep,
Any division that you go to and they play each other, they can beat each other. Same thing with the
I
Ravens.
understand that.
I
I agree
don't
with you.
care if the Browns could be 2-25, but if they play the Ravens, they play the Bengals, or they play
Or the
Pittsburgh Steelers,
Steelers.
it is
Yep,
going to be a good game. Just like
yeah,
in that division with the
yeah,
Giants, Cowboys, Eagles, and
right.
and who am I missing in that division? Um,
Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders.
Commanders and the Commanders. Any of those 14, when they play each other, they know each other too well, so they
Right,
can beat one another and
right.
can beat the brakes off of each other too.
That's
So
true.
I don't, I look at the team that they're playing.
But Leroy,
They
they
were
got beat.
playing Minnesota, and Minnesota's not a bad team.
But Leroy,
So
the Lions was at the house. And
I
JJ
get it.
McCarthy came
You you
came
know
off
good and
injured
well
reserve
it
and
does
went
not
into Detroit
it
and beat the brakes off.
it does not matter. It does not matter. Take your
Poor Coach Dan
49ers.
Campbell. When I
No,
saw him coming off that field, I was like, "Oh man, that brother looked dejected."
take your 49ers and you put them against any of the division rivals. They could get beaten by any of the division rivals on any
True,
day. That's
true,
just the
true,
way
true.
football is.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I agree with you. When you're playing within your division, it's going to be so. If you're saying that the Eagles will not repeat, then who's gonna represent the NFC in your mind? Who's going to represent the NFC
Well,
in the Super
no, I mean it'll be. I think I got either the Eagles or the Lions. I really think I don't know if anybody else in that NFC that I would be like, yeah, they're looking really strong. You
What
know what
about
I'm
the
saying?
Packers?
Yeah, well, I forgot about the Packers. Now the Packers could be there too. Now the Packers are playing the Monday night game, I think.
Yes.
They're playing the Eagles. Matter of fact, they're
Yeah,
playing the
they're playing
Eagles.
the Eagles.
The,
Yep,
the
they're in
Packers are
Green
playing the
Bay
Eagles.
on Monday night. Shout out to Monday Night Football.
So so
Um,
watch that game,
they're
and
in
that
Green Bay.
game, yeah, that game will kind of give you an idea because those are the top three. To me, those are my top three teams in the NFC: Eagles, uh, Green Bay, and the Lions.
Okay.
So so depending on how Monday night goes for either one of those teams, I think that'll show you kind of a little. It'll give you an indication of what the playoffs might look like because that's a playoff game right there. The
Yeah,
Packers and
absolutely. It's
the
gonna be a
Packers
playoff
and
atmosphere too.
Eagles. That's a
Green
that's a
Bay
that's a playoff
Monday
game.
night. Michael
Yeah,
Parsons gonna be going crazy.
yeah. Are they playing in Green Bay? Do you know if they're playing in
Yes,
Green
they're
Green
playing
Bay or
in Green
Philly?
Bay. They're playing in
They're
Green Bay. Yeah, so the
playing in
Lions
Philly.
gonna have to go up there and they're gonna have to be ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
your
So
boy,
that's the
your boy
game of that's the
Hutchinson is
game of
gonna
the
be
week.
chasing after Jordan Love all night. So I hope Jordan
Yeah.
Love has a good game. Because if Jordan Love doesn't have a great game, Lions gonna get that game. They're gonna
Oh
they're gonna
yeah,
steal
yeah.
that game from Green Bay.
Yeah, he's definitely got to come with a big game. He's definitely got to have a big game. And what's his name has got to have a big game too. The quarterback for the Eagles, he's got to have a good game too. Barkley's
Jalen,
got to get.
oh Jalen gonna ball out. Jalen's gonna ball.
Think
Monday
so?
night football. Man, listen, let me tell you something about Jalen Hurts. Let me shout out my Philadelphia Eagle fans. Let me shout out Philadelphia Eagles. Listen, Jalen is so, I don't know why this man gets so disrespected,
Yeah,
Doc, because this kid is so freaking consistent. He
yeah,
shows up in big games,
yeah.
period. He
And that's
shows
all
up
you want. And that's all you
consistent.
want.
I have never seen an accomplished quarterback such as Jalen Hurts gets so much disrespect, still
Yeah, but
doubting him,
you
still
know
saying
what it
that he's
is.
not elite. Wait a minute, hold up, Doc. The man played in the Super Bowl 3 years ago okay, against Kansas City. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes in that Super Bowl, even though they lost. And watch this. The only reason why they lost is because he fumbled in the first quarter and it led to a Kansas City touchdown. And that was the difference. That one score was the difference in that Super Bowl. Outside of that, Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes, and everybody and their great grandmama know it. Boom, fast forward 2 years later, Jalen comes back and balls out again and
But you know,
outplays Patrick Mahomes again, winning the Super Bowl, okay? And was the Super Bowl MVP. And this young man continues to win and win and win and win. And they're still saying that he's not an elite quarterback. Doc, what's up with that?
well, here's the thing. They don't like Jalen Hurts. One, because he's not flashy. He's a very um he's a very moral, principled, and integrous man. He checks all the boxes when it comes to that dude that you say that you want to be the face of the NFL, but because he's not one of those dudes that says I'm gonna make sure that I don't rock the boat. This is a young man that has I hate to say it like this, got a black wife. He has a
His college
his
sweetheart married her
is that
last
his
year.
sweetheart?
Yep.
He has his agency
Ladies,
that
the brother's worth $300 million and he married his sister. So all
right,
y'all ladies out there that keep saying, oh, these black men, as soon as they get some money,
right.
they get marry a white woman. No, that's not true. 71%, y'all excuse me, Dr. Leroy, I got to get on my love thing here. 71% of black men who are very successful are marrying black women. So ladies, y'all stop with that
No,
negative narrative. Go
it's
ahead.
even higher than that. It's even high. It's 80. It's upwards 88 out of 10. 8 out of 10
Okay.
are married to black women. And Jalen is not flashy. He's not seeking the limelight. He says very little. He's gonna do his thing for the media and whatnot and everything like that. He cares about his brothers and his comrades in battle. He was
Yep.
like, 'cause his agent talked about when she was negotiating for his new contract that he had gotten. He was like, look, I need you to handle it. I just need you to make sure that my fellas get paid. Make sure that you don't hurt them. I
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure that you get me what I'm supposed to get, but make sure that it's not at the expense of the other brothers. And even when she said when she got the deal for him, he was like, did we make sure that the guys, we were able to keep the guys, and she was like, at the time he was I think the back. So I'm not sure.
Doc, you getting a call by one of your women late at night? One
I'm
of your
sorry.
ladies calling you, Doc?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Doc, let me tell you some Jalen Hurts
You
stats
can't
for
hear me?
this season. Yeah, I can hear you fine.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you fine.
I can't I can't hear you.
Well, something went wrong
Yeah.
with your
I'm gonna have to
phone.
go out and come back in. I'm
Okay,
gonna go out and come
okay.
back in.
So while we get Doc back, let me give you all some Jalen Hurts stats for those of y'all that are Philadelphia Eagle fans. Those of you that love Jalen Hurts, I am not a Philadelphia Eagles fan. I'm born and raised in Los Angeles, so shout out to my LA Rams and shout out to my Washington Commanders. I am now officially a Washington Commanders fan. For those of y'all that don't know, my former Cowboys Nation, I have left Cowboys Nation. Okay, let me make it official publicly. I've already posted it at the beginning of the season that I left Cowboys Nation. I cannot take Jerry Jones, who continues to run that organization into the ground, and then a future Hall of Fame defensive player in Micah Parsons. He trades him to the Green Bay Packers. The most asinine decision ever in life. Asinine. Okay. And he picked up just before the trade deadline which was this past week on Tuesday, November 4th, he made a couple of, he made a good trade, picked up a defensive player, but nowhere near close to Micah Parsons, okay? Micah Parsons is a game changer, and he is a future Hall of Famer. And we can say that about this young man, even though he's only played 5 seasons in the NFL. We know. You can just tell. You can tell some people that have that special it factor. You can tell that if that young man stays healthy and stays out of trouble, Micah Parsons now with the Green Bay Packers is a future Hall of Famer. Jerry Jones let him go over some money issues. The most ridiculous decision ever. As long as Jerry Jones, who's almost 90 years old, as long as that man is trying to be president, general manager, and making all the decisions for the Dallas Cowboys are not going anywhere. It's been 30 years since the Cowboys have been to the Super Bowl with the triplets, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, the playmaker, and the great Emmitt Smith. 30 years since they've been to the Super Bowl. They haven't even been to an NFC championship game, ain't even sniffed the Super Bowl. Can't even get out of the division round and it's in the playoffs. Jerry Jones makes too many bad decisions. So I am officially off and out of Cowboys Nation. I am a Washington Commanders fan and always, always, always a lover of my Los Angeles Rams. Yes, I have 2 teams and y'all don't like it. God bless you. All right, let me give you some stats on the great Jalen Hurts, quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Hurts has thrown 15 touchdowns this year and only one, count it, uno. He's only thrown 1 interception all year long. 1. And they are still disrespecting this man. This man has thrown for 1,677 passing yards, 15 touchdowns, has a completion percentage of 70.2%. All right. So that means if he throws 10 passes, he completes 7 out of 10 passes. And he has a QBR rating of 114.4. What are we talking about? This is the current MVP of the Super Bowl. The current MVP of the Super Bowl. And y'all are disrespecting this man by not honoring him, celebrating him, saying that he's not an elite quarterback. What in the world are we talking about? And now they're pumping up cotton picking the young boy out of Tampa Bay, who's having a very good season, by the way, having a very good season. But they're pumping up Baker Mayfield and saying that he's an MVP candidate. Baker Mayfield is an MVP candidate, but Jalen Hurts, who has a 114.4 QBR rating, completing 70.2% of his passes, 15 touchdowns, and only 1 interception all year long. He's not an MVP candidate, but Baker Mayfield is an MVP candidate? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all won't have to go kick rocks somewhere. Okay? I would give the NFL MVP to Jonathan Taylor, running back for the Indiana Colts. I would give him the MVP before I give it to cotton picking Baker Mayfield. Share your thoughts, Doc.
No, I say it like this because my buddy and I, we have this kind of not argument because we both agree, because we had that same conversation about whether or not Jalen Hurts was an elite quarterback, and my answer is yes.
Absolutely, yes.
I put him before Joe Burrow. I put him before Josh Allen. I put him before who was the other ones that's usually in that top 5 quarterbacks.
They always say Pat Mahomes is on a mountain by himself.
Well,
they say on tier 2,
it's Patrick Mahomes.
Josh Allen. They say Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and then they say
what's the boy from for the Chargers?
No.
But no, I'm just giving you the list. I'm giving you the list that they put before Jalen Hurts. These are the dudes that they're putting before Jalen Hurts.
You're right. Yeah,
And I'm like, this dude has been to the Super Bowl twice,
twice,
won one, and like you said earlier, outplayed Patrick Mahomes both times.
both times. And let me add this stat, Doc. There's only since uh they call the Chiefs the Kingdom now, right? That's they're dubbed as the Kingdom. Since Pat Mahomes has come in and run roughshod in the NFL, there's only three men that have beat him in championship games: Tom Brady,
Hmm.
Joe Burrow, and Jalen Hurts are the
Yep.
only three men. Not Lamar,
Yep.
not Josh, not Justin Hurt. Justin Hurt, please. The Chargers just started coming up when we got Coach um,
Harbaugh.
when we got Coach Jim Harbaugh.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And,
they just
and
started
my
winning
thing,
last
the only reason that I put him kind of like right there with Lamar, because to me it's Patrick Mahomes, Lamar, and then Jalen. Jalen's my number three, and the only reason I
year.
say that is because Lamar's won two league MVPs. He hasn't
Okay,
gone
okay.
to the
Wait,
Super
wait,
Bowl.
wait. So give us your top five, Doc. Give us your top five.
Well, Patrick Mahomes is my number one.
Okay.
I'm just like three. They won what three, four Super Bowls, and 5 years went gone to the AFC Championship 4 years out of five, and
Yep.
the dude is he's just Lamar's number two, and then Jalen Hurts. Number four is Josh Allen. He's a
Yep.
great quarterback, but just like
Great
Lamar,
quarterback. Great
you
quarterback.
can't. You got to get to the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I can't stay with Joe Burrow. I think he's great, but
Injured
he
too
can't
often.
stay healthy.
Can't stay
He
healthy.
can't stay
Injured
healthy.
too often.
Yeah, I'm like, this is the
So who's
what
your number five?
he's only been healthy maybe one season, you know.
Right. That year
I'm
that
like,
they
I
went to the
can't.
Super Bowl against us, against the Rams.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't. I'm like, dude, you gotta be. I need you on the field. I can't say
Yep.
you're a great quarterback and you ain't on the field half the time.
The
So
best ability is your availability.
right, exactly.
So
So
who's your number
that
five, Doc?
um, I'm trying to think of who am I missing?
You got Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, Stafford who's the Goff, Jared
No,
Goff.
bruh. Don't do that. Don't do that, Doc.
Yeah, I know you mad. I know
Don't do
that's
that,
a
Doc.
sore spot.
Don't
I
do
know
that.
that's a sore
Don't do that,
spot for
Doc.
you, bro. I
Don't
know
do
it's
that.
a sore spot for
Listen,
you.
we about to have
But
a fight on our first show together. Listen, don't do that, Doc.
but
Jared
but
Goff
think
is
about it.
not even in the
Goff
same
and
sentence
Stafford,
as Matthew Stafford.
remember, Goff and Stafford switched teams.
Yes, they did.
Goff goes to the Lions and they do well.
Yep.
Stafford goes to the Rams and wins a Super Bowl.
Wins a Super Bowl. Takes it all. Right?
No, part of that
Takes
was
it
the
all.
defense, but he goes and he wins a Super Bowl.
Yep. We're
So
the first team in NFL history to win the Super Bowl in the same stadium that's hosting the Super Bowl. We're the first team ever in
yeah,
history. Shout out
yeah,
to my LA Rams.
and that's
Um,
cool.
yeah.
So those are probably my top five quarterbacks. But to me, you gotta put Jalen Hurts in there. I think it's
Oh, absolutely.
I think they just wanted to have some talking points and wanted to be able to stir up
No, man,
people
they
up.
really believe in Baker Mayfield. I mean, Baker Mayfield is balling. I will give him that. He was balling last season. He did a great job. He helped Mike Evans extend his record
Cool.
of 1,000-yard seasons. Baker
Mhm.
Mayfield did that. He made sure that Mike Evans got that, which I
Yeah,
think was quite commendable. Although the streak was broken this year after 11 seasons of going 1,000 yards,
yeah.
Mike Evans got hurt, and so that streak is done. But Mike Evans is a future Hall of Famer. He will be a
Yeah.
first ballot Hall of Famer.
Think so?
No doubt about it. So now my top five QBs in the league are as follows. Drum roll. Definitely got to go with Patrick, my homeboy, Patrick
Yeah.
Mahomes, right? My number two QB, this is going to shock you. You ready? My number two QB Josh Allen. I'm taking Josh over Lamar because I love Lamar. I love Lamar. I love Lamar. He has just not come up big in big moments.
Dude, you
He
can
is
say the same thing for Josh Allen. What
no
he had, neither one of them. You can get all the statistics. Neither one of them have gotten past the AFC Championship game.
true, absolutely, absolutely.
And
But
here's
I
the thing.
feel at this point now, if Lamar turns it around this year, I'm gonna switch
No,
Lamar
you.
and Josh. But right now, when
Come
I
on, dude.
see last year, you got a future first ballot Hall of Famer. Everybody scared to tackle King Derrick Henry in the backfield. Even Lamar's mama said, you should be running it. She cussed him out. Lamar said it. Lamar
Yeah.
said his mama cussed him out. He should have been running. They could not stop the run. And what was Lamar doing? Tossing the ball all over the field like he was playing backyard football. Nah, bruh.
Oh,
You
but
broke my heart too many times. You
I
broke
know,
my heart too
and
many times,
no,
bruh.
I agree with you. I agree with you with
My
that part.
top
But here's,
five, Patrick, my homeboy, Josh Superman Allen, Lamar, number 3. Number 4 is Jalen. And number 5 is Matthew Stafford. St. Matthew Stafford, who took us to the promised land. Praise God.
yeah,
Those are my top
and I think we have the same top five. It's just, but see, here's my my take on Josh Allen. Like I said, there's no way in the world Josh Allen was better than Lamar last year. Lamar should be a 3-time MVP.
Yep.
Period.
True.
Three
True.
three-time MVP. They
Yeah.
gave that to Josh Allen.
Lamar got the Jordan effect.
Right. And like you said, and everybody's been saying, if the Ravens make the playoffs, yet alone go on that run and win the Super Bowl, which they're capable. If they get into the playoffs, I don't know if I would want to be playing the Ravens in the playoffs this year because
Man, I gotta see their defense hungry, and
yeah,
I gotta see
that's true.
King Derrick Henry not fumble the ball. Okay.
What?
I'm not sold on the Ravens. I'm sorry, Doc. No
No, no,
offense.
I got you.
I'm
I
not
got
sold
you.
on
I got you. And
Derrick
I get
Henry
you.
has fumbled the ball. I saw that man fumble the ball 3 times in one game. Now, of course, we all know that is
No,
not characteristic of
he
Derrick
did not
Henry,
fumble. He
but
did not
bruh,
fumble the ball.
you have
He did
not
not
come
fumble.
in big time
He did
moments
not.
yet. And this is what we
He,
need to see.
he did not
Big
fumble the
time
ball three
players are
times
supposed
in
to
one
make
game.
big time plays in big time games, and Lamar and Derrick have not done it yet.
No, he is not. He did not fumble the ball 3 times in one game. First of all, so
He just did
no,
it.
no, he didn't. He did not fumble the ball 3 times in one game. He's
Was it
only fumbled the
twice?
ball. He's only fumbled the ball 3 times this season. They
Wait a
were
minute,
not all in one game. I
Doc.
think he fumbled twice in one game, and then
Twice in one game. Okay,
he
I
had
stand
the
corrected.
fumble. He had the fumble in the first game. So don't be doing Derek like that.
Okay,
That's
I stand corrected, but twice in one game is too much, and they lost
but
that game.
no, I got you. I got you. And I agree with you there. But prior to those 3 fumbles this year, when's the last time Derrick Henry fumbled the ball?
Oh no, it's been a month of Sundays. He
No,
is not
try a
a
couple of
fumbler.
years, bro.
He is not a
He didn't
fumbler. Listen,
he,
I
he
love
fumbled
Derrick
once
Henry.
last year.
I love Derrick Henry,
One
and
time.
if they use Derrick Henry right, if they use him right and give that man, when it comes to the playoff time, that they give that man that ball 25 times a game, the Ravens are going to win. Listen,
Absolutely.
it's cold. It's snowing. You ain't going to be trying to tackle Derrick Henry and cotton picking 10 degrees minus weather. And listen, Derrick Henry is 240 and you a 190-pound defensive back. It's not going to happen. Listen, let me tell you my story. I played strong safety and left corner in high school. I had to play against Gaston Green. Gaston Green, now I'm taking y'all way back and I'm aging myself. Gaston Green came out of UCLA and had a great career in the NFL. And in fact, one year with John Elway, he played with the Broncos. He was the NFL's leading rusher that season. All right. And they had Gaston Green before they got Terrell Davis. Gaston Green came out of Gardena, California. Gaston Green had big old Herschel Walker thighs, okay? And it was a cold, rainy night when we had to play them jokers. And Boom. All they did was sweep right all night. They looked like the cotton picking Dallas Cowboys. Hamburger. Sweep right all night. Coming my way. I'm letting the guard and the tackle pull, and I'm trying to come up and hit Gaston Green. Boom! He ran over me, man. My whole head was ringing. I heard train whistles, doorbells. I saw birdies going around, everything. So listen, let me tell you, those DBs, even the linebackers, are not going to want to try to tackle King Derrick Henry when it gets late in the season and they're playing in the cold weather, inclement weather in the fourth quarter. Give the man the ball.
And
And
that's
Derrick,
the thing.
please don't cough it up, King. We need you to hold that thing.
And that's the thing that the offensive coordinator for the Ravens does not get. You've got to feed him a minimum of 20 to 25 times. He's got to touch that ball. And
What John Gruden used to say. Pound that rock.
as the game goes on, like you were saying, in that fourth quarter, late in the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, those linebackers and those defensive backs are making business decisions. They are not trying to come up and tackle, 6'2", 60. I don't know how tall Derrick Henry is.
Yeah, you're
6'2",
about 6'2".
yeah,
You're about
6'2",
6'2".
6'3", 240, 260. Dude coming running downhill at you. You are
Man,
not trying to do it.
you want to know something funny, Doc? When the Ravens played Buffalo last year, you remember Damar Hamlin, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Damar Hamlin is like 5'11", about a buck 85,
Right.
maybe a
And that's
buck
soaking
90
wet.
wet, right? Damar Hamlin made a straight business decision. Boy, Derrick Henry must have bust through that hole. Boom, came Damar Hamlin's way. Damar had alligator hands trying to reach out, and next thing you just see Damar chasing, hoping he can catch him from behind. You're not gonna catch him from behind,
Yeah,
nor do
you
you want
just
to go
not.
head up with him. Them
And
cats was
and
making business decisions.
yeah, so and that's what the offensive coordinator and even Harbaugh, because and that's why I can't stand Harbaugh,
Harbaugh
because
got to go, man.
yeah, I've said the
Harbaugh,
same thing.
hardest time for Harbaugh to get up out of there.
But here's the thing that my buddy and I always ask him this question. I said, if you get rid of him, who are you bringing in? Who do
You
you
can
bring
bring in
in?
anybody. Are you kidding? You can bring in anybody. You got all the
No,
personnel. You just got to revamp the coaching staff.
no, bro. You're talking about one of the premier organizations in the NFL. They're not just going to
Yep.
bring anybody in, just like the Steelers, the Rooney family. They're not just they were calling for Tomlin to be fired. They will not would not get rid of him. That's the loyalty that organization has. Same
I
thing
agree.
with the Shoddy. But Harbaugh's not going anywhere. He knows it. He knows he's not going anywhere. He will leave
You
when
got to get a new
he's ready
offensive
to leave.
coordinator. Not doing the job.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate, but the Ravens. Here's what something you might not know. The Ravens messed up when remember the head coach for the Seattle Seahawks, McDonald.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Ravens had an opportunity to keep him, but I think he wanted to be the head coach. They weren't going to get rid of
Oh,
Harbaugh.
oh,
If you had gotten rid of Harbaugh,
oh.
then make him the head coach. He would now be with the Ravens doing what he's doing with the Ravens, that he's doing with the Seahawks. And the Seahawks aren't a bad team. You put him with the Ravens and the personnel that he has that we got with the Ravens. Yeah, bro. I'm just saying. you know,
I
but
don't know, Doc. I don't have a
that's
lot of faith in him. I have not seen. I just have not seen uh, Harbaugh do
yeah.
anything excellent in making great decisions. It just
No,
hasn't happened. But
and
let's go ahead. Go
and
ahead.
it real quick, and it's been that way. He didn't have to coach when Ray Lewis, Ed
That's right.
Reed, Terrell Suggs, Haloti Nada,
See
when
sizzle.
all when all of them dudes was there. He didn't have to coach. He just say, do what Ray told you to do. Do what Ray
Right.
told you to do. What
That's
Ed
right.
Reed told you to do. But now that he has to coach, he's shown that he is not a good coach. So I definitely, I'm with you. I've been wanting him to go for the longest, but you got to me, you got to have somebody to replace him with. You got to have somebody that's
You
solid.
see, you made the comparison about Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin. They're not in the same class.
No, no,
Mike
no,
Tomlin
no. As far as
is
coaching, no.
a
I'm talking
better
about the
coach
organizations.
than
Yeah, the
Harbaugh.
organizations are loyal. They are.
Right,
I
right.
mean, think about it. Tomlin is only the what? Fourth coach, third
Yep.
coach. Chuck
Fourth.
Noll. What's his name? That's on was it NBC? With Jim Brown, and them. Cowher, Coach
With
Cowher.
James Brown. Yeah.
Yeah,
Coach
Coach
Bill
Cowher.
Cowher. Yeah.
Yeah, Bill Cowher. It's
Yeah.
only been Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, and Tomlin. That's three
Yep.
coaches in
Yep.
in 50 years, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just hire, and even the Ravens since '96 when they became into, they only had um what was it Marcia Broda? I think that was his name. I think he was the first coach of the
Marchand Broda.
Ravens,
Yeah.
and
Ted
then you
Marchand
had
Broda
and then you had Billick.
and
Yeah, Brian Billick,
Brian Billick. Yep. Brian
and then
Billick.
you have Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
That's that's three
John.
coaches in 30 years.
Yeah.
So they're not organizations that are readily going to be running this merry-go-round with
Right.
coaching. So when they
I got
hire, they're hiring somebody for long term. They want somebody that's going to stay, and that
they
they
can say.
can, you know, they can, that they know has is at least, if nothing else, even if they can't coach, they're going to surround themselves with good coaches. You know
I
what I'm
totally
saying?
agree. Bro, let's switch up and let's do some NBA news. Man, how
Yeah.
about my Los Angeles Lakers, baby? Lakers are balling, and Bron ain't even stepped on the court yet. How about my boy AR-15? He doesn't like being called AR-15 for political reasons. Austin, I am him Reeves.
Did you see the game the other day where he hit that
Boy
buzzer
put him
beater?
a 50 burger on him.
He hit the buzzer beater. Did you see the
Yeah,
game where he hit the buzzer beater? I was like,
yes.
because I haven't watched that game. I was like, oh snap, he won the game for.
Austin Reeves ain't no joke.
Yeah.
He's been
Where's he from? You know what school did he come from? You know what school he came from?
I don't remember. I want to say Iowa. He came from some like non-top ranked
Okay,
school, but I
he got
mean,
game though. I'll
Lakers
definitely
were
give him
high
that.
on him when he came, and he has proven himself.
Yeah,
He is a winner. And listen, Luca is back now. Luca's
yeah,
balling, and so here's the thing: people are whispering around the organization that it's time for LeBron to take not just a back seat to Luca,
yep,
but that between Luca and Austin Reeves, they need to be running the ball like 70 to 80% of the time. And
yeah,
LeBron needs to be a third option. What do you think about
yep.
that, Doc? I totally
Hey,
agree.
I
LeBron
told
needs
you,
to
and
LeBron
it,
needs to turn over the reins to
yeah,
Luca, AR-15.
you are in your 21st year of the NBA, and his scoring has
23rd.
gone, huh?
His 23rd year.
Oh, is it 23? Oh, wow, darn. Okay,
It's 23rd
but
season.
you're in your 23rd season. I mean, you've been the face of the league for the past what 20 years.
Yep.
Even before you came into the league, he's the
Right.
only dude that lived up to me, that lived up to the accolades that they were giving him before he even got in the league.
Yeah.
Um, but your time has passed now. Luca's only, I don't even think Luca's even 30 yet. I think he's like 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
25, 26.
yeah, he's 20, young boy. Him and Reeves, and if you're gonna stay, because I really think he needs to retire. Like, what are you playing for? I get it. You wanted to play with your son. Yeah, okay. You've gotten over that.
Yeah.
You've gotten over that. It's time to hang the shoes up. Say your goodbyes. Do the tour, whatever. If they want to do something, acknowledging him, but and everything. But I'm just like, nah. It's time to. It's like you said. It's time to turn over the reins and walk gracefully out into the sunset. I don't know if his ego will let him do that or not. But let me ask you this: since you are a resident residential Californian LA person, and I think you know where
Hey,
I'm
I
going. You know
bleed
it.
purple and gold, bruh.
Give
Bleed
me,
purple
give
and
me.
gold.
Is LeBron a top 5 of your all time Lakers?
Heck no. I'll tell you right now who's my top 5 all-time Lakers. First of all, I love my man. He's humble, he's modest, and he said that Kobe Bryant is the greatest Laker of all time. The
I
late,
don't agree
great
with that.
Kobe, the Black Mamba Bryant is not the greatest Laker of all time.
Yeah,
Irvin Magic Johnson is the greatest Laker of all time, period. And when I
period.
see Irvin Magic Johnson, it's on sight. Irvin Magic Johnson, if you see or hear this podcast show, I'm telling you now, because I remember when you came into the great city of Los Angeles in 1979 and you brought hope. And as a sophomore, just off the heels of winning a national championship with Michigan State, you brought us to the world championship against the Philadelphia Eagles, Dr. J and the Flying Fro,
Sixers. How about the
Daryl
Sixers?
Dawkins, and you took us to the NBA Finals. Kareem gets his ankle hurt. And in game 6 of the NBA Finals at playing at the Spectrum in Philadelphia, you played all 5 positions in game 6 of the NBA Finals.
Dude,
All 5
yeah.
positions,
And
scoring
I told
42 points, 15 rebounds, and 6 assists, almost a triple double.
no,
As
give it
a
no.
20-year-old rookie,
It was
nobody has
7.
done that in the history of the NBA, including LeBron. Nobody has done that in the history of the NBA. So Irvin Magic Johnson is the greatest Laker of all time. Kobe Bryant is number 2. Kareem is number 3. Number 4 is going to be the logo, Jerry West. And number 5 is going to be Wilt the Stilt Chamberlain.
Oh, you don't have James Worthy in that top 5?
Nah, I got it in
Okay.
my top 10.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I got James Worthy in my top 10, not in top 5 though. Not over
Wow.
Wilt. No. Over Wilt? No, sir.
But Wilt was more. I'm thinking
His
Will
career was
Chamberlain.
more with Philadelphia,
Yeah,
yes.
that's what I'm thinking. I was thinking more of Philadelphia. I don't know how long he spent with each of those teams.
But he and Jerry West won a world championship.
Did
And
they? Okay.
before Michael Jordan and Scotty and the Bulls broke our record, we held the record for like what? Since 1972, we had the record of 69-13. And then Michael Jordan and Pippen and the Bulls, they broke that record and went 72 and 10,
Right.
right?
Right.
They broke the record. But we held that record for like 30 something years.
Yeah.
69-13 and won the championship. So yeah, Wilt the Stilt is gonna be my top 5.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Shaq is number 6.
Mm.
James Worthy is number 7. Elgin Baylor is number 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got um, oh, I'm gonna go old school on you. I'm gonna go with my boy George Mikan,
Okay. Okay.
number
Okay.
9, and then number 10. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna surprise you on this one. Number 10. I'm gonna go with. I'll probably have to say Silk.
You don't have
Jamal
Coop?
Williams.
Okay. I know, right? Ugliest shot ever. That's the ugliest shot
Ugliest
I've
shot
ever seen. Ever. I'm talking in all basketball.
Man, in all basketball history, but he was butter from the
All I
cover.
want, all I want to know is who was his basketball coach? Because there's no way in the world I'm a coach and I'm
Who was
letting
his
I'm letting
basketball
one of
coach?
my.
The Wizard, John Wooden. Jamal Wills came out of UCLA. Yes,
Oh
sir.
wow!
Yes, sir.
I'd never
And
guess
John
that.
Wooden said he wasn't gonna mess with that shot.
Wow, that's a
He had
surprise.
three national championships.
Right, right.
John Wooden said, "I ain't messing with that shot. That boy is butter from outside."
And I agree with you. All of those are definitely I can't disagree with the way that the order that you had. I will say Magic is my number one. Magic's my all time favorite athlete.
All-time favorite.
Yeah, for just
If I
not
start
just
this
a
franchise, I would not start my franchise with Michael
yeah
Jordan. I would start my franchise with Magic
with
Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Yeah,
Period.
that's just me. And he's even proven it not just on the court, bro. I call him Hall of Famer on the court. That's Magic. He's Irving off the court because of the
Yep.
great businessman. He ain't got 16 championships for nothing.
18, bro.
No, it's 16. It's
He
16.
got he
It's
has
16.
18 all total because he was also part owner of the Sparks, and they won one with Lisa
No,
Leslie.
they showed all of his championships in the 16 because he has the one with the they included this one with the Sparks. They included the the five as a player with the Lakers. Then he has a five more as a I think as an owner with the Lakers. He has three with the Dodgers, or is it two with the Dodgers? I think it's
3.
two or three. It's 16. He said 18, but it's actually 16 when they showed because they showed which teams each team that he's won a championship with. That shows me he knows how to win. Period.
Oh, he's a
Not
winner.
just
He's definitely a winner.
yeah, he's a winner. I said so, you know, people can say what they want to say, but he's a phenomenal businessman. And the last thing, going back to sports, like you were saying, he is the only, if there's another one, you let me know. But he is the only player to win an NCAA championship, go from winning an NCAA championship to winning a NBA finals, not just won an NBA finals, but won an NBA he was the MVP of the finals, and in 1 year. That was back to back. He's the
Bro,
only player
I'm about to bless your sanctified socks off. How about state championship from high school? 2 years later, national championship in
championship.
college,
Mhm.
and the very next year, world champion
Like you said,
and world champion in MV
all
and the
before he
finals,
was, and that was all before he was 21.
all before he was 21. Never been done. It will
Never,
never be done.
never, ever. So
Never
people
ever.
can tell, yeah, they can say what they want to. Oh, Jordan is the GOAT. That y'all go have that conversation over there, cause yeah, and
Yeah,
I don't even. Magic is my favorite basketball player of all times, but I say
yeah.
the greatest basketball player of all time is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes, sir.
High school, college,
See, Dr.
and
Leroy, that's why you my guy. That's why you my guy, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Man, I used to be at the Laker games, right? When we were
did
at
you?
the Forum.
Okay.
Man, listen, it was so exciting. Lawrence Tanner he introduced all the players, Magic, Byron Scott, Coop, and all that. And when Coop is introduced, everybody like, Coop! And then finally he goes, and number 33 out of UCLA, the captain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We're going crazy, man. We love Cap. We love Kareem, man. On the side of the Forum, on the east side of the Forum, there's a whole street, and they call it Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Lane.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
behind
That's cool.
yeah, they named the street after Cap. Yes,
Nice.
sir.
Nice.
Yes,
But
sir.
I'm just like, how do you even that's why when I don't even listen to those folks that want to have that, well, it's Jordan or LeBron. I'm like, y'all go somewhere with that. That man has won on every single level that
Power
he
High
played.
School out of New York,
He only lost in between high school and college. He only lost, was it like 2 games?
2 games.
That's
Two
crazy.
games. And they didn't even let him play at UCLA as a freshman
Correct.
because back
The
then
freshman
freshmen
couldn't
couldn't
play.
play
Yeah, freshmen couldn't play on the varsity. And
on
here's
the
the
varsity.
thing, and I'm sure you probably know this: the JV team that he played on beat the then national champion college
Used to whoop
varsity
them.
team.
Used to whoop them. And watch this. I love what Kareem said. Kareem said this because he's such a humble man. He's always going to give you the truth. And they ask him straight out, who's the greatest between you and Jordan? He says, Michael is definitely, a better overall athlete. He says,
Cool.
but he says nobody has won more than me.
Yep. and that's period.
Michael don't have a high school state championship. Michael has a national championship, but he had that with cotton picking James Worthy. James Worthy was a star of that team. Michael wasn't even a star of that team.
No,
James
and
Worthy was a star of that team.
Because it was
James
Worthy.
It was James Worthy and sleepy-eyed Perkins.
Yeah, he's just sleepy-eyed Perkins. Yeah. So I was just like, how do you even? I said, come on. I was just like, there's no, and they don't want to. They really don't give. Like you were talking about Jalen Hurts. They really don't give Kareem his due either, because he's never in that conversation.
That's right.
You never hear them talk about that. And I even, and people may disagree with this, I don't care. I even put Magic and Bird before Jordan, because if you don't have Magic and Bird coming into the league together, there is no Michael Jordan.
There is no Michael Jordan. We will watch the games on tape delay.
Before Magic and Bird got there.
The World Championship, when Magic did win and beat the 76ers, we had to stay up. I had to stay up. I had to sneak. I had to sneak and watch that. I had to wait till my daddy went to bed. And then after the 11 o'clock news, I had to sneak and turn the TV on. It was a school
game. Yeah. Yeah.
And so on tape delay. We didn't have ESPN.
Yep. Absolutely. And people say, well, Jordan, don't get me wrong. Jordan did elevate the NBA once he got there to that whole nother level.
He took it to another level.
I give it to him. He took it to a whole nother level. But Magic and Bird, there's not, and I would even, and I'll ask you, do you think that Lakers team, and you'll probably be a little biased with this being from LA, do you think that LA team, that the 80s Lakers team and the 80s Celtics team are the two greatest basketball teams of all time?
Ooh, that's a great question. I am not going to eliminate that Bulls team. I mean, they were. I'm not going to eliminate them, but I will say this.
Were great, but I'm not putting them over my Showtime Lakers, though.
I'm not putting them over the Showtime Lakers, and I'm not putting them over Boston. So to me, I'm saying Los Angeles Lakers #1, and we proved it.
Right.
Boston Celtics #2 with them leprechauns and that parquet floor. Chicago Bulls #3.
Yeah.
Now, question, Dr. Leroy. I'm gonna throw the ball right back to you. Who is #4 and who's #5 all time?
I'm gonna go my number 4, and this might surprise you. I'm gonna go with San Antonio, the Spurs with Tim Duncan.
Got to.
And honestly, and I know we both don't like. I don't think you like them, so I'm gonna say them too. But I'm gonna say that that Detroit team that won the back-to-back in the late '80s. I would put them right there as one of the top teams that could beat anybody. They could beat anybody.
I'm putting Golden State over them.
You think Boston? You think Detroit couldn't beat Golden State?
They would have beat up on them. Draymond would have got what we all want Draymond to get. He would have got his grill toe out.
Absolutely.
Right.
And do you
or by Rick Mahorn, somebody would have tore his grill out, or Lambeer.
Do you really think that Steph, as great as he is, and he's one of my favorite players, do you really think he was going to be driving down the middle, shooting that little float?
He would have survived. He would not have survived. No, but I just, I'll give it up to Detroit. I'll give it up to Detroit because the Bad Boys were beasts. I mean, I was there at the games. I was there at the games. I was there at the game. I saw Isaiah's ankle this big.
With the ankle? Yeah, that's got to be the greatest game.
I was there.
Just single. Yeah, you can't. that was
So yeah,
sheer.
I'll have to rock with you on that one, Doc. I have to rock with you. I say them bad boys with some bad boys.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and Isaiah said this, and I'm not a big Isaiah fan just because of his attitude and the way that he carried himself. And I'm gonna ask you this after I finish with this. Um, and I agree with him. The Pistons, the Detroit Pistons, are the only team, that bad boy team is the only team that has beaten the Lakers, that 80s Lakers team,
yep,
that 80s Boston's team,
yep.
and that the Bulls team. I don't. It wasn't quite the Bulls yet.
Right, right.
When Scotty had just gotten there, that first year or two that Scotty got in there, they punked him down.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? So they've beaten every team that we just named. So that's why I include them there
Yeah.
because of just because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
They
we'll put them at 5. Yeah, we gotta put them at 5. Yeah. I rock with you on that one, Doc. I
you
rock
know
with you on that one. Yeah,
I
no,
mean
Isaiah will never be he'll never be as beloved as all of the
yeah.
aforementioned stars. Um I was so glad that Isaiah didn't make the dream team.
That was gonna be my question to you. Do you think he should have made the dream team?
Nope.
Yeah, me
Chemistry
too.
wise, chemistry wise,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
not because he wasn't a great player. Yeah, everybody know he's a greater point guard than John Stockton. John Stockton will tell you Isaiah was better than him,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
it's about chemistry.
Yeah, for sure.
What he did to the Bulls when they walked off the court with time still left on the clock.
Yeah,
Every year when Detroit beat down Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Michael Jordan always was a
yeah.
gentleman, walked across the court, shook everybody's hand, waited
And
until
that's what he
all
said.
zeros
And
on the clock.
yeah,
Isaiah and that team walked out ducking down and walked
right.
right past Jordan and them and not shook their hands and was not a gentleman. That's the most
Yeah.
despicable, unsportsmanlike thing I've ever
Mm,
seen in a championship type of game. And so, no, he will never. And then on a personal level, I'm gonna tell you something, Doc, that nobody knows. Okay, because you would have had to been there to know this. Let me tell you about the character of Irvin
the what?
Magic Johnson. The year, our second year when we were winning that back to back, we were against Detroit. It was Game 7. I got there early that day. I served as a waiter. That's why I was there at all the games because I was a waiter
Mm,
during the games, and I was a waiter for the Kings games too because we had just got Gretzky, the great one.
okay, okay, okay.
So I did all the forum events. Janet Jackson, yes, Hunty. But all the forum events, I got to get in for free.
Oh,
But during
nice.
the Laker games and the Kings games, I was working as a waiter. So I'm serving Jack Nicholas and Michael Douglas and all that stuff. It was
Okay,
real cool.
okay.
Yeah. So I'm down on the floor and I can see everything that's happening. So I got there early that particular day. For some reason, I got there early. Magic is there early. He's shooting. Isaiah comes in. Doc, I promise you, nobody knows this story. Isaiah comes in. Now, at that time, we didn't have all the luxuries that we have now. You didn't have a whole
Mhm,
bunch of ball boys and stuff like that for
mhm,
whoever comes out on the court. They had 2 ball boys out there that were allowed on the court. And those 2 ball boys were with Magic.
mhm.
Show you the character of Urban Magic Johnson. Magic is shooting. Isaiah's shooting there, and he has to go and hustle and get his own balls as he's
Okay.
shooting. He says, I, come on down here. He calls Isaiah to come down to his end of the court. Magic goes down to the other end of the court so that Isaiah can have the 2 ball boys while he's warming up. This is the
Yeah,
finals. This is the finals.
yeah,
Make that ninja work and get tired during his warm up. Urban Magic Johnson, character par excellence,
yeah, for sure.
incomparable.
Yeah.
Okay. And then when Magic announced that he was going to have to retire because he had HIV, what did Isaiah Thomas say?
Yeah,
Oh,
he tried to
well,
insinuate, you know.
he did. No, not try. He did. He said, and I quote, "Oh well, he's out there in Hollywood. No telling what happened with
Right,
with him out there in Hollywood, laughing, laughing." at
Yeah.
this man who now has HIV, and we all thought that Magic Johnson was going to die.
He was on a time. We all thought
I
he
sat
was.
there
He
in front
was.
of that television and I cried.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Larry Bird, the next night, Larry Bird's got tears coming down his eye, lip trembling.
Yeah. Yeah.
People all over America said that that day that Earvin Magic Johnson announced that he had HIV and that he was going to retire from the NBA, they said that it hit America as hard as the assassination of John F. Kennedy.
Yeah. And I agree with that for sure.
Bruh.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to be his boy?
Boy. Yeah.
Nah,
I
bro.
was just like, and that's why. Did you see
He don't deserve to be
the
on that dream team, and I'm glad he was.
when they did the interview together? I don't know if it was through TNT, but they had a conversation. It
When
was
they
like
sat and
they,
faced each other like
yeah,
Kobe and Shaq did.
yeah, and they had that conversation, and
Yeah,
you could tell Isaiah was hurt. You could tell Magic was hurt, and that a lot of things happened because of all of that stuff.
yeah,
Them being boys, and I was just like, but that had to hurt. You going through the toughest thing in your life that you
right.
had to go through, and you're home. I mean, this is your boy. You done been and done everything with him, ride or die for real.
Yep.
Y'all kissing on the cheek before the
Kissing
finals
on the
game,
cheek before the games.
everything. And for him to do that, I was like that, and that's one of the reasons why I just never. I was just like, yeah, Isaiah Thomas, he didn't deserve to be on that dream team. I don't care
Nope.
if it was I don't care if it was Magic. I don't care if it was Jordan. I don't care who it was. I believe it was several of them, if not all of them, that said, no, we don't want him. I think all of them said we don't want him, to be honest
Yeah,
with you.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
but bruh, even your own head coach didn't fight for you to be on the team.
Well, I mean, really, you know, um, once Magic or Jordan, whoever it was, we still haven't gotten the full story. John
Right.
Sally said it was Magic that said, "I don't want Isaiah on the team." That's what John Sally says, and I believe John Sally, but we don't know because Magic
And
never owned up to that, and Jordan never owned up to it.
well, Jordan, I honestly believe Jordan he was the main pin. They wanted Jordan on that team.
Exactly,
And
and
I
it
don't
was
think
said that Jordan said, "If if y'all want me to play, Isaiah can't be on this team."
right. Which I do
And
I
that's why
believe
Chuck
I
Daly
believe
never
that
pushed for Isaiah
happened. Right.
because we knew we had to have Michael Jordan. For this to be the dream team, you got to have Michael Jeffrey Jordan,
Yeah.
period.
And I just truly believe he may not have said the words, I don't want him on the team. But okay, what do we need it might have been asked, what do we need to do to get you on the team?
Not have Isaiah.
I just put it like that. You ain't gotta say nothing.
Leave that little runt in Detroit.
Because you got to remember that was just after all of the stuff that had just happened, like you were talking about with the Bulls and the Pistons,
Yep.
because they had just beaten the Bulls had just
Just beat the Lakers.
they had just beaten the Lakers. Was that
Yeah.
90?
Well,
Was that 92?
it was they had just beat the Lakers 2 years before. They beat us in 1990.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. Because I know Detroit won in 89 and 90, or was it
Right.
88, 89? It was something like that because they
It
won
was
back to back.
the 88-89 season and the 89-90 season.
90 season. Okay, that Detroit
So
won.
the 90-91 season was when it was us against the Bulls, and
That's when all of
Bulls
that
just
happened.
killed us,
That
you
was
know.
when they beat Boston. I mean, when they beat when they walked by, and Isaiah was like this, walking by
Yes,
Jordan, which
exactly.
is that you learn that from Pee Wee League. That's the first
Right.
thing you should with sportsmanship. You walk up. It doesn't. You can be mad as all you want to. Your coach gonna line you up, and you go and you shake the other team's hand.
Shake the other
Period.
team's hands. Exactly.
And that's the
That's
one thing. As much as I didn't, don't give Jordan all the accolades and everything, he was always a great sportsman. As much as,
yeah.
like he said, he was like, as much as I hated it, he said that was him. It was good sportsmanship,
Yes, sir.
and that was really tasteless. It was tactless, and it just shows your character. John Sally was the only one that did stay, and I think shook that because he was He was friends with
John
Jordan.
Sally and Joe Dumars.
Dumars, yeah, Dumars too. He was the only one on that Pistons team that I respect. I love Joe Dumars and his
Yes.
game, and
Yes.
even Jordan
Jordan
respected
got
him.
mad respect for Joe
Yes.
Dumars.
Yep, yep.
Joe Dumars used to kind of lock Jordan up. He
He
couldn't
did.
stop him, but he locked
Yeah.
him up.
But he locked him up. Yep. Gave him
Yeah.
he gave him mad respect. Gave him mad respect.
Yeah, man.
So that that is, like you said, that is the reason I say, yeah, was Isaiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard behind Magic to me.
Oh,
I just
you giving him that love? Okay.
no, I think I can't name another point guard that I would say would be better than him after. I mean, Magic is my greatest. He's my second greatest player behind Kareem. Kareem's the greatest basketball player ever. Then to me, there's Magic,
How
and
about
then
Steph
the
that he
point guards.
feels he's better than Magic?
Say it again.
Steph said that he's better than Magic. Steph said that
Yeah,
he's
and Steph smoking
he's
and
not
Steph
even a
on that
point
stuff.
guard.
If he think,
He's not even a
well,
point guard.
he's not. Technically, he's not a point guard, but as
He's a
Magic
point
said,
guard hybrid.
well, that's like, okay. I mean, but that's like Allen Iverson wasn't really a point guard. Allen
Right.
Iverson was a two guard, really,
Right.
in a point
Exactly.
guard. That's really what it was. But like Magic said, and Magic wasn't, being ego tripping or whatever. He said when he's won 5 championships, when he's the second, I think Magic's still the second all-time leading assist leader
Yep.
in the league, when he's won 2 or 3 league MVPs.
League MVPs.
Yeah, not just when he's won. I think Magic's won 2 Finals MVPs. I think
Yep.
is it 1 or 2?
3.
2 Finals. He said, then you can say you're the greatest point guard ever. But if you ain't got those kind of stats, nah, bro.
Go take a seat, bro. We love you. We love you, little light bulb.
You the greatest. You the greatest 3-point shooter in the NBA ever. Greatest shooter ever in the NBA. You better than your daddy was. You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
Way better than your daddy was. But like Iman Shumpert says, do you know the light-skinned man, the light-skinned man, the light-skinned man? We appreciate the light-skinned man out of the Bay Area. Shout out to you. We love you.
If
He
Steph
represents the NBA as a true ambassador, a man of integrity, a man of honor, and even though he got a wife who is Jada,
that's a show for you right there, bro. Talking about that mess. You know what I'm saying?
Coming soon to the Late Night Love Chat.
Yeah.
But the man is just he is the quintessential example of class, of excellence, of sportsmanship. Milwaukee beat them. Milwaukee is on the court and they're close. They're praying. Steph is getting ready to go off the court. He turns around and joins in with Milwaukee to pray.
Yep.
Come on, man.
That's him.
It don't get better.
That is all the way him. And to be honest with you, I would expect Steph to say something like that. I would expect Magic. Magic's humble. I think Magic is humble. Even Jordan doesn't get into that debate, that GOAT debate. He's like, that's for people to talk about, not me. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of get where he's coming from. It's just you got to have that mindset. When you're on that level, you just, I mean, ask Lawrence Taylor if he thinks he's the greatest defensive player of all times. Yeah.
LT is going to tell you straight out. And LT said, okay, he said, if it's not me, then who is it?
I said, and see, that's the thing. All right. Greatest defense, and I've said this, and I'm torn between the two, LT and Reggie White.
Okay.
I'm just like the two. I mean, Reggie White, dude, they were showing this. What's his name? Allen. They used to play for
Larry Allen.
Yeah. This dude, Reggie White, one arm lifted him up like he was just a simple sack of potatoes.
Larry Allen was 330 pounds. One arm. Wow. Loved him. Larry Allen was up off of his feet. who is also a Hall of Famer, by the way.
Absolutely.
Reggie
So
White lifted him. There's another one where he's going after Warren Moon. Chris Carter decided he wanted to be.
I saw that.
He threw Chris Carter like 10, 15 yards down the field.
Because they interviewed Chris Carter and he was talking about that play. He was like, "You want me to what? Block who?"
Poor Chris, man. Poor Chris.
If there's ever a business decision that needs to be made, you making it
God.
against
He
Reggie
made
White.
it that day. That man got tossed down the field like he was a cheerleader. Like he was a Vikings mascot.
That is for sure. That
Oh
is
my
for
God.
sure. I
Well,
was
listen,
like,
man, as we wrap up tonight, Leroy, give us your Super Bowl prediction, sir. For Super Bowl, this is going to be Super Bowl 60. Wow.
yeah, and see, this year everything is kind of up in the air, but I'm gonna stay with my boys. I think they're gonna get on this run.
You
They'll
think the
make the
Ravens are going?
playoffs. Yeah, I'm in
Okay,
that
okay,
AFC. I'm
okay.
looking at the
Stand with your team,
AFC.
bro. Stand with them.
I'm standing 10 toes down with
Okay.
them, and I'm not even gonna say, well, if not them, then it's gonna be you know, um, because I'm thinking of the teams in the AFC, and I'm like, Kansas City is on that way down, bro. They that dynasty is heading, is about done. Um, and then Buffalo just doesn't they don't do it for me. I don't see them being that tough team.
Okay.
They can get beat, and I'm trying to. I mean, the Chargers, they kind of
It's not
yeah,
even
they kind of
close. Nah, they're
yeah.
about 2 years away.
Yeah, I mean, but I will say who might be a sleeper though, and I don't know how good they are because I don't know how much you watch them.
The
But
Broncos,
yeah, go say Denver and the Colts. Well, the Colts,
they have
nah, I don't think the Colts are.
Broncos have the best record in the NFL right now.
Yeah, in the NFL right now, so that may be the sleeper
I
team
don't
in the
trust that
AFC.
quarterback though. Bo Nix, I don't trust him.
Really? Okay, okay, okay,
Nah, he's
okay.
still 2 years away from being a
Think so?
good quarterback. He's not good yet. He's
Mhm.
still 2 years away from being a good quarterback. He's
Yeah,
he's not, I mean, like Jordan Love is already a good quarterback. You know what I
yeah,
mean? CJ Stroud is already a good quarterback.
yeah,
Bo Nix is
yeah,
not even on their level.
yeah. No, no, not at all, not at
Justin
all.
Herbert is already a good quarterback.
Even before he got hurt, and it's just maybe because I gotta see he's got to have more experience under his belt. But even Jordan Daniels, I was gonna say Jordan Daniels, I think is better than Knicks. You know
Jaden
what I'm saying?
Daniels.
Yeah, Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels.
Mhm.
He's better
Yeah.
than
Oh,
than
absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Um,
So that's what I'm looking at the
so
AFC.
who's
That's why I
coming out
say
of
the
the
Ravens.
NFC for you? So the
Yeah,
AFC, you're going with your team, the
yeah,
Baltimore
I'm going with the
Ravens,
Ravens,
for the
and then
Super
the
Bowl.
NFC,
Coming in the
I'm
NFC.
I'm gonna stick with the Eagles. I'm gonna say they going I think they'll get back. Um, but I'll say if it's not the Eagles, I truly believe that it may be like you said, Green Bay. Green Bay is that team that you got to look out for, and especially
Okay.
if they wind up with that best record in that NFC, and you got to go to Lambeau Field
Ooh,
playing on the frozen tundra
Lambeau Field.
in
And if it's
January.
snowing, oh my God. Okay. My Super Bowl 60 predictions. Let me take you to the championship games. The AFC championship game is going to be Kansas City and Baltimore.
Okay, okay.
Whoever wins that game is going to the Super Bowl.
Hmm.
Um, if and of course um, that's if Baltimore can get past
Yeah,
Buffalo.
for sure, for sure, for sure.
But because they're gonna have to go to Buffalo, they're gonna have to duke it out. But I would love to see Baltimore go, so I'm gonna just go ahead and rock with Baltimore. But I'm rocking with Baltimore, and I'm gonna hedge that is based on Lamar staying healthy.
Yeah, for sure. He's
That
definitely got to stay healthy. Yeah, he's
that Lamar
definitely got to
and
stay
Derrick
healthy.
Henry staying healthy. Okay.
Yeah,
Lamar
for sure.
and Derrick Henry staying healthy. So there's that. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
NFC, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. In the NFC, it's going to be the Eagles, and it's going to be Seattle Seahawks.
Mm,
Sam
okay.
Darnold got them boys balling.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now, the only reason why I'm taking Seattle over my Rams is because I don't trust the health of Puka Nakua,
Mm,
who is a superstar
but he got to
wide
stay
receiver.
healthy.
But he got to stay healthy. The
Got to
best
stay
ability
healthy.
is availability. And then Matthew Stafford has been balling, but he's got a bad back. And I
Hmm.
don't know if those guys can make it through the playoffs and remain healthy. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
rocking with Seattle. So
Okay. So
I see
you don't see the
Seattle and the
line?
Eagles in the NFC Championship game. And
Really?
it will be, I think it will be the Eagles going back. I think the
Mm.
Eagles will go right back to the Super
You don't like
Bowl.
the Lions or the Packers? You don't like
No.
either one of them? Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Definitely not the Packers because Jordan Love is still learning.
Yeah, for sure.
He's too up and
For sure.
down.
Yeah,
That
for sure.
cat threw an interception last week against Carolina. He threw it. I love what Bart Scott said today on Get Up. Bart Scott said, he said, Jordan Love threw an interception into a team meeting. Dude, his receiver was triple covered, and Jordan Love threw that thing up there. And it didn't
Yeah.
even get near his receiver. And
Yeah.
Jordan Love will have a fantastic game. When Green Bay played Pittsburgh,
Hmm.
that boy balled out. Had Aaron
Hmm.
Rodgers sitting over there on the sideline going like, oh my God, this kid is good. Right? They
Now see
balled
why
out.
they got rid of me.
But yeah, exactly, right? 2 weeks later, they come and they play Carolina, and Carolina
Yeah.
whoops their tail, and Jordan Love throwing 2 interceptions in the game. So I don't trust Jordan
Yeah.
Love yet. I trust their defense for sure, but I don't trust their offense.
The offense.
The
Yeah.
Lions, I don't trust their health.
You don't think they're
Um,
ready? Okay. Okay.
I love the Lions. I love their heart, and of course, I love Dan Campbell. I love Jared Goff. He's definitely become a very good, not great, but he's come a very
Hmm.
good quarterback since he got to
Right.
Detroit.
Right. Right.
Not a Hall of Famer,
Right. But a good quarter, solid
a very
quarterback.
good quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't see Detroit. I see Detroit possibly getting to the NFC Championship game. I don't see
Hmm.
them going over. I don't see them going over.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
If their team is intact and healthy, I would rock with Detroit.
Hmm.
If their team is intact and healthy, and they got all of their key players healthy, I would rock with them.
Gotcha.
But if it's Detroit and the Eagles, I'm rocking with the Eagles all day
Not the
long.
Eagles. Yeah.
I'm rocking
Yeah.
with the Eagles all day
Yeah.
long. I
I'm with you on
trust
that too.
number one.
Yeah.
I trust number one. And I trust number six. Devontae Adams.
Mhm. But also too, and I think this was the difference
I mean, not
last year.
Devontae Adams. I'm talking. That's my boy from the
Smith,
Rams. Devontae Smith.
Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the difference I think last year, and this was the formula for beating Kansas City, which was with the Eagles defense. They were able to get pressure with their front four.
Yes, absolutely.
If your defense is that strong where you can get pressure with that front four, with your front
Yes,
four,
sir. Yes, sir.
you can do a whole
You
lot.
can
There's
do
so
a
much more
whole
you
lot.
can do.
That boy
And
Jalen Carter, he got some bad character issues, and we
mhm,
knew that coming out of college.
yeah,
But that
yeah,
boy is a beast.
yeah, yeah.
He's a bigger version of Warren Sapp.
Okay, okay, okay.
That
And,
boy is
and
a
that's what I've said about the
beast.
Ravens. The Ravens have no defensive front lineman that
Yeah,
scares me. There's nobody that scares me.
nobody.
There's nobody
They
that I
don't have a,
say,
they don't have a Haloti Nata.
yeah, yeah. You just don't. You don't have a Terrell Suggs on that front line that you know when you need a play, you need somebody that's going to get to the quarterback. You can count on you can count on them. The Ravens just don't have that on that defense. They've got to bring a linebacker or Hamilton to kind of negate, in order to be able to bring that pressure. And that's the only thing that I worry about.
And they didn't make any significant trades before the trade deadline. The
nah,
trade deadline was Tuesday, November 4th. They didn't make any significant trades.
Yeah, I think they got a defensive lineman. I forgot where they got him from. I think it was an end, but it wasn't a well-known person. It wasn't somebody, like you said, that was going to stick out and you'd be like, ooh,
Do they
got
got
him.
Clowney? They still got Jadeveon Clowney?
Clowney is in
Indianapolis?
No. Who played Monday night?
Cotton picking Raiders and no, not no Monday night.
I think he's last night the Raiders played. The Raiders
and
the
Broncos played last night.
I think he's with the Raiders because I thought they said his name last night. He may just be with the Raiders because the Ravens didn't re-sign him because I think he was asking too much money. But I'm like, dude, you need a defensive end, and he was available. And he was probably the best that you could get right now. I was just like, wow.
I did not know this kid was that old. Man, he's 32.
Yeah.
I did not know that kid is that old. Yeah. No, you know where Jadeveon is? Jadeveon got traded to the Cowboys.
Say it again.
Jadeveon got traded to the Cowboys.
You said Jadeveon
Clowney.
Oh, okay. Okay. Really? Okay. Okay. Well, maybe that was then because that was the Cowboys played the Monday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think okay, it is the Cowboys then. Yep. So, but the Ravens.
He's 32. Dang, he's been in the league that long.
Yeah, he's been in there for a minute. Mm-hmm.
He only got about a year or two left.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Man.
So,
well, listen, man, this has been good. This has been a good show, man. I'm glad we covered a lot of ground, covered a lot of topics, and I guess if I have to pick just an absolute winner of Super Bowl 60, my heart just says the Eagles, man. I would love to see my Rams up in there. I would love to see my Rams go back. I just don't think they have. They've got the team. Team is playing very well. They're 7-2 right now. They're playing very well.
Yeah.
But matter of fact, they play the 49ers this Sunday.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
That should be a good game.
So that's the NFC West. That's going to be an NFC West showdown right there. So that's going to be a great game. But health-wise, it's my concern for them.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford's back. Puka Nacua, him being able to stay healthy and stay on the field. The boy is a superstar. He's unstoppable when he's out there, but keeping him out there is a whole other thing. So, man.
But it's like, and I look at football. If you look at football and even basketball too, there's a formula. Football, the formula has been a strong quarterback, a strong running back, and a game-changing wide receiver. And you out of those teams that we just named, Philly has a strong quarterback, has a great wide receiver, and have a strong running game.
And then you gotta have a hungry defense.
You gotta have a hungry defense. Doesn't have to be top 5, but you have to have a hungry defense that can hold the line.
Yep. They gotta be They gotta be some hunters.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Ray Lewis used to get them Ravens games and say, "Come on, let's go hunt. Let's go hunt.
Let's go hunt. Let's go hunt.
Pin them ears back and come after that quarterback. And it can't be we putting 7 in the box all the time. Your top 4, your 4 linemen got to be able to get to the quarterback, like Chris Jones and them boys on with the Chiefs.
Yeah, you got to get to the quarterback.
Chris Jones is coming.
Yep,
you count on it,
and you know he's coming. You know he's coming. So,
and that's what the Eagles got. The Eagles got Jalen Carter. And if it ain't Jalen, if Jalen is double team, which he's always going to be double team, then boom, you got somebody coming around there. Boom. Then you got my boy. Man, you got them young DBs in the back playing awesome.
Yeah. And And you just as the season winds down, just take a look at that formula. Like you
Hmm.
said, take a look at that formula for the offense. Defense, you got to have you definitely have to have hunters. And
Yeah,
if that defense ain't hunting, they're not gonna do
they ain't
anything.
got
I
a
mean,
chance.
yeah. So out of those teams that will let that we believe are left, I think each of them, the Ravens have the quarterback, the Ravens have the running back, the Ravens even have a strong receiving core with
Hmm.
with Flowers. Hopkins is also awesome too, underrated, and Bateman. And then you throw in Andrews and Likely. Andrews is on his way out. He got 1 foot in the, as my buddy say, 1 foot in the league and 1 foot out of the league. And
I think
Likely's
D
coming.
Hop. I think D Hop is done after this year too.
Yeah, yeah, but he can that boy can catch anything you throw his way. I'm
Yeah,
just
for
like
sure.
this dude, you know. Um, so I'm like,
Wait a
I
minute.
like.
I don't think D Hop is with the Ravens this year.
No, he is. Yeah, he's
Is
number
he?
10. Yeah, he's with him
Okay,
this
yeah,
year.
that's right. That's right. That's right. Who was he with? Oh, he was with the Chiefs last year. That's right.
Yeah,
Came,
yeah,
and he came to
yeah.
the Ravens. That's right. Yeah.
Chiefs let him go, and the Ravens picked him up,
Yeah.
and so he's been that third. He's been that solid receiver that Lamar can count on. Him
Yeah.
and Bateman are those possession receivers. You need
Yeah.
somebody that's gonna go get it, that gonna catch it. They're gonna get
Yeah.
it for you.
He always got his tight ends that do a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
job.
And the tight end Andrews and Likely are gonna be there. I like both of them, but Andrews is on his way out. Likely is that dude I got
Yeah.
next.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
All right,
like
old
him.
man.
I
It's
like
time for you to go. I'm
him. Yep.
here.
Get on up out of here. They need
You
to go
know.
on and get their ring, man. They need to go on and get there because their
Yeah.
window is shrinking.
I
You
want
got to get it
Lamar to
while you
win a
still
ring.
got Derrick Henry. He's at
Yeah.
the end of his prime, but he's still in his prime.
Still in his
Bro,
prime.
get
And
that
I'm
man
like,
25 carries a game. There have been games where they have lost and Derrick Henry had 12 carries,
who
15
cares?
carries.
How
It's
do you do that?
ridiculous.
Well, it's part of that is this year. Part of that has been they've been behind. So he's not going to get the ball if
I'm
they're
talking
trying
about
to take it.
last year.
Yeah,
I'm talking
last year
about last
for
year.
sure.
Yeah,
He
crazy.
could have easily beat that record, the 2000 Art Dickerson's 2,000 yards, if they had given the ball
Yep.
given him the ball because he had 1,900, almost 2,000 yards.
Yep. Yeah.
So
Because even Saquon was scared of him. And Saquon was like, hey, Derrick Henry need to slow his butt down. You need to slow down. I'm
right,
trying to get this. I'm trying to get this crown. You know.
right.
Hey man, it's been a blessing having you, bro. Thank you, man. It's been an absolute pleasure. And for those of y'all that tuned in, thank you so much for tuning in to
Yes,
Real Talk Sports with Dr. Leroy McKenzie and yours truly, G Hightower.
I love
Been a pleasure,
talking sports.
fam. We'll see y'all again. Blessings.
Later.